So good morning, it's me again, Daryl, handyman. So as you can see by my attire, it's pretty much riding season's almost over. Going to winterize the Low Rider, put it in storage now. As you can see behind me, the iron head, I don't know if you can see behind me, the iron head, it's up on the table getting ready for surgery. So a little embarrassed that I went through all this and actually forgot to hit record. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm telling you. We all make mistakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I do because I've already pretty much done everything, and then I realized, oops. Okay, so we'll get to it right now. So for starters, before I put the bike away, what I do is I try to get my wife to take the Jeep and I'll go out on the bike. It's just out in town here. So I'll get her to go get gas. I'll get her to put premium gas in. I'll go in after her. I'm going to explain that why in a minute. I'll go in after her and I'll put premium gas in the bike, which I usually do anyway. And then when I get home, I'll give it a good shot of seafoam and a good shot of fuel stabilizer. There's always ethanol in this stupid gas up here in Canada. They say it's not, but it is. So I'll run that around, go get a coffee, do a few trips around town, come back, let it sit for a while, take it out the next day, try and do a bit of running around. Then I come back and I park it. So then what I do is, I'll get you down here now. What I have is I got my jerry can right there. Oops, hang on. I got my jerry can right here. I've got a small inline pump. I bought it off of Amazon. So what I do is I stick the end in the tank and I'll take this and I'll bring it up and put it in the bike. So I'll get as much gas out of there as I can. So that way I'm not having any stale gas in the bike. A lot of people say to fill the tank right to the top and get rid of as much air as you can and then store the bike. I think that's absolutely bad. I've been in the fuel business for a lot of years, delivering fuel and farm tanks and stuff like that. And guys will like put fuel in their tanks, in the big farm tanks, gas, and then during the winter season when they're not doing anything, they're not doing hay, they're not filling their equipment, lawnmowers and stuff like that, that gas goes skunky. No matter what, it will get a bit skunky. Then they'll have to put more in. So if you got this thing filled to the top, after 4 months, even Supreme, it will lose a lot of its octane octane out of the gas. You're going to end up with regular gas still with water in it. It doesn't matter. That's my opinion. So I'm going to give you a little hint at the end of what to do when you do get fuel. So like I say, I get that down in there. I look down in with a flashlight. I try to get as much as I can out of there. My float for my level is over on this corner, so I try to get down as far as I can, and I can see in there and there's just a dribble on the bottom. So in the spring, when I go to start this thing up again, I'm going to go to the gas station with the Jeep. I'll pump fuel into the Jeep and then I'll pump it into my jerry can and come back and fill it myself with high octane. And that way I know I got a full tank of good fuel with a little bit of stable in it and a little bit of seafoam in it, but that'll get dissipated in there. And that's the way I've stored all my bikes, and well, they all run. Well, of course, this one's new, that one's kind of new, but this one's been around for a while, so it's, yeah. That's what I do. I remove the battery. I don't put it on a battery tender. I remove the battery. I bring it in either into the house. I used to have a basement where I could put it in the basement in the warm. This year I'm going to be putting it in the garage here. So then I come over to the other side. So I come over to the other side here. I remove the spark plugs, and what I do is I get some fogging oil and give it a good shot down into the cylinder. Now, funny little story, I had the little straw in there when I did my iron head. So I got in there and the straw popped out and went down inside. So of course I couldn't see it at the time, so I went over and I got my flashlight, and luckily the piston was up high enough that it was just at the top of the threads. So I got the needle nose pliers and pulled it out. I'm lucky, because if it was down at the bottom, I'd have been fishing for that for a long time, I think. So I've learned a lesson that even if you're going to make a mess, spray it. There's enough of a stream comes out of this stuff that you can get it in there, if you can see. Come on, right there. So there we go. Give that a little cleaning. Get all the oil out of there. Off the top. I've already gapped these. Of course, I did that off camera. Now make sure these go in all the way with your fingers until they stop at the bottom. There, that one's in. And this one's in. Okay. Click, click. I'll take the extension off of this one. Click, click. There we go. 2 fresh new spark plugs in there. Now I'm not going to put the wires on yet, because I'm going to just turn the bike over for a second to get all that oil moving around in there. Bring you back over here. And that's enough. So that's all I do for winterizing. In the spring, I'll bring it out, do the 3-hole. This bike has only got 2,200 kilometers on it this year. All fresh new Lucas oil in it. So I figure she doesn't need an oil change yet. I'll do it in the spring. Then I'm going to put the bike up for sale, I think, unless my daughter wants it, which I don't think she will. But it's going to go up for sale in the spring. Going to look for something else. If anybody out there's got one, I'm looking for a 1984 FLX FXST. Okay, it's got to be an 84. Nothing else. Okay. So that's it for me. That's all I do to put these bikes up. And in the spring, I go over them again and do my whole thing. Oh, I was going to tell you about the fuel. So when we deliver fuel, we deliver large volumes. So when we deliver, so if we know there's going to be 1,000 liters put in the clear diesel tank, and 1,000 liters put in the dyed diesel tank, we have clear diesel at the last customer. So what we'll do is we'll stop, because of the size of our trucks, at 900 liters. That's what my truck was, 900 liters. Then I'll switch to clear, or to dyed, I'm sorry. And then I'll pump the dyed. The dyed will actually push that clear diesel out until it gets to the clear, to the end of the nozzle, and then you put it into the dyed. So when you go to the gas station, the guy ahead of you, he's using low-grade fuel. So he fills his car with low-grade fuel, puts the hose down. So you got to think from the pump down at the bottom, underneath, like into the concrete there, the little stoop where the bottom of the tank, or bottom of the pumps are. From there, up, all the way up to the top. Most hoses now are coming off the top and they come down, around, and to the nozzle. So that amount of piping, you could end up with 10 liters of fuel in that piping. It's only a 22 liter tank on this one. So if I go in with a half tank, quarter of a tank, and pump in 15 liters, I'm only getting 5 liters of premium. I'm getting his remnants or what he's pumped. So what I do is, especially if you're on a ride or whatever, or with some friends, be nice, let them go first. I know it's not nice, but yeah, let them go first. They pump their premium into their bikes, and you come in behind because you're the nice guy, you let them go first. And you fill your tank with premium. Okay, it's just a little trick I use. Or wait until you see somebody using premium, go sit and have coffee, wait, and then jump in line or whatever and get your premium. Okay, that's it for now. That's all I do. I've got to change the fork seals on this thing eventually. My delivery hasn't come yet. So I think we're going to clear this garage out so I can get some lawnmowers and stuff in here, because I got to get those winterized for the winter, and you know, I mean, get a lot of stuff cleaned up here. Okay, till next time. Like, comment, subscribe.